Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
My name's Brad Finkelai, and I'm going to share a story that has some emotions in it too. So, January 2016, I'm walking my dog, and as I'm walking my dog, I see a guy pushing a bicycle, and he's got a backpack and a bunch of boxes under his arms, and Amazon tape around some of the boxes. And I don't think of anything, but that triggers my memory that I had just ordered a package. A bunch of rubber chickens. Little tiny rubber chickens just like this. And I was like, sweet, my rubber chickens are on the way. And so I get back to the house, and I look at my front porch, and they're not there. And Amazon, the phone just told me it was 10 minutes that they'd just been dropped off. I was like, what the heck? I looked inside, they weren't there. And then it hit me. Oh, the guy on the bicycle, he just stole my rubber chickens. I've got to chase this guy down. And so I grabbed my dog, and my heart's pumping. And I'm like, I gotta go chase this thief down. I'm not the guy who chases people down or confronts them. And so I grabbed the dog and started running after him. But before I get into that story, a few years before that, I wasn't confident enough to do anything like that. I had a big house, nice car, all the things and stuff you could want, really high-paying job. And I felt alone and sad and not happy with who I was. And I was stuck behind the computer all day, not making a difference in the world like I really wanted to. And so I ended up watching this documentary called Happy Movie. And that made me realize that happiness really isn't about money. And so I reached out to a life coach, and we had a 2-hour conversation. And in this 2-hour conversation, at the end of it, she looked me in the eyes. She said, "You're not confident. You're buying your confidence with all your money." And I left that conversation with like a gut punch of reality, like, oh, I've been a fake fraud for a long time. And I knew then I had the awareness of what I had to work on in my life. And I had to work on my confidence. And so I stepped up and I eventually left the corporate world and moved back home for a while and rehabbed my mother's house just by watching YouTube videos. And then I eventually became a life coach, and I wrote my first book. And then I went down to Ecuador. And it was in Ecuador that I went on a speaking trip. And about 20 other speakers with us. And one of the speakers was named Raphael. And Raphael traveled the world with a giant rubber chicken. And everywhere he went, he reminded people that they could be bigger than their fears and they could do anything they want as long as they step into their fears and just be emotionally aware of what's going on in their life. And he left me with one of those, and he left me with the feeling of I could be my own greatness, of that person inside my head that I think I can be, I can do that. And so about a year later, Raphael was killed in a terrorist attack. And I decided to take on his message. And so I ordered a bunch of rubber chickens. And that was the first shipment of my rubber chickens that day. And so to get back to the story, when I grabbed my dog, I realized this guy stole my gift to the world, and I had to go get it back. So I chased the guy down, and I confronted him. And I said, "Hey, I think you got my package." He's like, "No, I don't." I'm like, "I think you do." And I looked, it had my name on it. And I ripped it open. Expecting to see 100 rubber chickens that I paid $30 for. And there was one. And I was like, I just got ripped off twice. And so I held up the rubber chicken to his face, and I realized in the moment that it was no longer about me, and it was about making a difference for him, because I could tell something wasn't right in his life. And I just listened to him, and he explained that 4 people had died in his life that year. He was strung out on drugs, his mom was strung out on drugs, his girlfriend was strung out on drugs. They had gone homeless, and they had turned to stealing packages off people's porches to get by. And so it was in that moment that I learned when I listened to someone else, like really listen, I can make a difference for them. And so I gave him the last $6 I had on me, and I gave him my business card. I said, call me anytime, I'd be willing to help you out, do anything. And that was the day that I got my confidence back. And that's what I'm giving back to the world, is that when you become emotionally aware of what's going on inside of you, and you step into your fears, you can do anything you want. Thank you. made people cry. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah. So if you want one, come see me.
Thank you so much. Yeah.